Showa Labourites. Showa. Showa Labourites. Showa, Showa, Showa. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa. Okay, my people. Okay, my people, I'm home. I have a dental appointment, some fillings, so I said let me come on the air and just clear the air. Not a lot to talk about, but I'm just feeling happy. Happy, my friends. Happy, my people. JLP is on the way for a third term. A third term. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Third term is loading. 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 Okay? Listen. Lots of good things to talk about. You saw the latest Blue Dot nationwide poll, or the series of polls, rather, from nationwide Blue Dot. You saw them? It's looking good, my people. It's looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Listen. We know the election was going to be tight. Right? Give me a second. We know the election was going to be tight. We know it's going to be tight. Right? We know that. But it's looking good. But no, it's good. Right? So, we know it's going to be tight. So, we know. And the series of polls from Blue Dot nationwide are looking good. Looking good, Labourites. I feel good. I feel good because it looked good. Right? So, the country is basically split 50-50 according to Blue Dot nationwide polls. 50-50. But Andrew Holness, Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica's approval rating is up 2 more points, from 40 to 42. Twice as much as the British white man, Mark Golding. I mean, after this election, Mark Golding is finished, I predict there's going to be civil war in the PNP when this election is done, is over, and the JLP is returned as the party, the governing party of Jamaica. There's going to be hell and powder, a whole lot hell in the PNP. Damon Crawford, the Nancy man, Damon Crawford wants to be leader. Dr. Angela Burke might want to be leader. But they're gonna get rid of the British man. They're gonna get rid of him. Right? He's gonna be done. According to these polls, Mark Golding is not getting traction. He's not. He's not getting traction because he's like a pitcheri. Everything, he pitches on everything. He hears something, he's on it. So he's all over the place. All over. Right? He's all over the place. So it's like he's not getting any traction. Women are resoundingly supporting the JLP and the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's approval rating is highest among women. Because women are not fools. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. They know a samphire when they see one. They know a fake when they see one. Well, I hope so. When they see one. And so, well, in this case, they do. In relationships, they don't. Gotta be honest with women. Right? But in the politics, they tend to vote on bread and butter issues and so on and so forth. And so they see Mark Golding as this colonialist fake. That's what they see him as. Right? And so let me dig up some of the polls, if I may. If I may, I got two phones here. One is so slow. I mean, the JLP must be feeling good. Bunununu's good, my friends, right? He says, the poll here says, and blew that poll, increase in Prime Minister's job of approval ratings. Stands at 42%. Right? Holness scores high job approval rating. It's proving to be something of a ladies' man with Jamaican voters. 44% of women say Andrew Holness is doing a good job as Prime Minister. Of course he is doing a good job as Prime Minister. Of course he is. Don't you see that? Women are satisfied with his performance. Right? His job approval rating is 42%, but among women it's 44%. Right? That's double the 20% who gave hello somebody. Mark Golding's approval rating among women is 20%. And that is why you see Patricia Duncan and Dr. Angela Brown Burke are talking about George Wright's return to the JLP. Hey, listen. I do not condone domestic violence, and I do not condone you putting a hand on a woman. I think George Wright's actions were despicable. I didn't like it. It really didn't like it. I didn't like it. But we believe in resolution and forgiveness. So if they worked it out and he's sorry for what he did, he worked it out with his spouse. They are married now. They're a couple now, a married couple. If she didn't forgive him, she wouldn't have married him. So who am I and the hypocrites in the PNP to say no he's not worthy to represent the people of Westmoreland. Who am I? And who are they? If him and his wife work it out, at the time when the incident happened, they were not married. She forgave him, and no doubt they went and had counseling. She said, okay, I forgive you, baby. And they got married. Who are you or me or I? Who am I and you to not approve? What are we, moral police? Really? The man, if you notice, he worked on his problems before he came back to the JLP. That's what he did. Over a year or two, something like that, 2 years. He left the party. He said, I got problems to work on. I'm going to work on my problems. Right? I said, I did not condone what George Wright did to his spouse. Right? Because I saw it on the video. I don't condone domestic violence. I don't condone a man hitting a woman. I don't condone that. But I said, at the time when the incident happened, they were not married. He realized he had a problem. He took 2 years away. He left the JLP party for 2 years, I think it was. They worked on their issues. They worked it out. They talked about it. They had counseling, I think. Because if they never had counseling, now they are married. They're married. So what it tells me is that the woman, his wife, forgave him. Forgave him. Realized he is sorry for what he did. They worked it out. They talked about it. No doubt apologized to her. They worked it out. They're now married. Who am I and you to condemn them or him? I believe in forgiveness. If it is contrite, who are we to condemn the man? Now he returns to the JLP as a changed man. He took her as his wife now. Right? I'm sure she's not an idiot to go marry a man that's not changed. And the hypocrites in the PNP. Oh, boy, this is an insult to women. No, it's not insult to women. It's not. I tell you what's an insult to women. When Joel and Silvera the former PNP MP from I think it was in St. Mary, was charged for the killing of his wife. I think he was convicted. I think he was. Did the PNP woman say anything? My God, a murder where Mrs. Silvera is dead. She's not coming back. Dead and buried and not coming back. And you all hypocrites in the PNP remain silent about it. Dr. Angela Brownberg, the house slave woman, and Patrice Duncan Sutherland, the daughter of the socialist Dr. D.K. Duncan. They were silent, my friends. They were silent. Right? And I see here, this phone is a little slow. I see here, there's a group in the Caribbean called, I forget the name of it, Gender Affairs something in the Caribbean. coming out in opposition to George Wright's return to the JLP. Everybody's, all the socialists and the liberal fake media, civil society hypocrites are coming out. And they're all silent when a woman was killed, allegedly, by a PNP, a former PNP MP. I think the case is finished. I think the case is finished. I think he's convicted. Joyland Silvera. Yes. For the murder of his wife. Right? And these hypocrites didn't say anything loyal. They didn't say nothing. Right? You think that's worse than killing somebody? A domestic abuse, which I don't condemn. You think it's worse than killing somebody? At least the person's alive. When you kill somebody, the person's dead. And the PNP didn't say anything. Mark Golding was silent. Dr. Dayton Campbell was silent. Right? Okay. Back to the polls. 44% of women support Dr. Andrew Holness and support Dr. Andrew Holness because women see that the Prime Minister is doing a great job. Not a good job, a great job. 20% support Mark Golding because they see that he's a fraud. He's a fake. They can't trust him. He's not one of us. Doesn't look like us. He's not one of us. That's it. Plain, straight. My advice to Mark Golding, go to England, where I think you might get some traction. Right? So, it's looking good for the JLP. It's looking good. It's looking good. Right? Let me play the music for the time being, and we'll come right back. Showa, Labourites, Showa. Okay. Now, I believe the election will be called by June, July. June, July, we're going to the polls in Jamaica. So we got March, April, May, June. We got 4 to 5 months before an election, before the general election, right? I see a poll that says 42% of Jamaicans think the country is going in the wrong direction. The same Blue Dot poll, a nationwide Blue Dot poll says 42% of Jamaicans think the country is going in the wrong direction. That's basically half, almost half of Jamaicans think that way. I'm assuming that the half are supporters of the PNP who are lazy, don't want to work, and just worthless. That's what I'm assuming. The scammers, the frauds, the people believing in scamming, fraud, freeness, giveaway. Those are the kinds of people. Now, I know a good economy when I see one, right? It's the best the Jamaican economy has been in all my life. I've never seen it as good as this, believe you me. if it's the 18 and plus 4 years of the PNP from 1989 to 2007 and from 2011 to 16, which is 22 years. If those are the 22 years we want to compare to the 8 years of JLP rule, bring it on. No. Bring it on, jokers. Bring it on. Bring it on. Right? Because those were 22 wasteful years. Just so you know. 22 wasteful years, bro. Right? Our debt to GDP ratio was over 100%. Right? The economy was barely growing. In fact, it wasn't growing. It declined every year. Right? The financial mess in 1995 destroyed 40,000 small businesses in Jamaica. Closed. Under guess who? Black Prince of Bet, scandal man, PJ Patterson, that just opened his mouth the other day. 40,000 small businesses, black-owned businesses, were wiped out by PJ Patterson and the PNP. Wiped out. Right? Destroyed. Lives were destroyed by the PNP and PJ Patterson. Yes. Right? 40,000. That's a lot. They wiped out the financial sector totally. The economy was a mess. The dollar was just going up every week. Going up. Right? So these people don't have any credibility to tell us anything? No, they don't. Right? They don't. So, it's looking good for the JLP. Let me see what the remainder of the poll says. More voters trust Holness than those who don't. 47% trust Holness. %43 do not trust him, and 47% trust him. So a mere 5% more trust him than they don't. Listen, to be honest with you, loyal, I am not surprised at these polls, and I'm a little surprised. I'll start with the surprise first. I'm surprised because I don't know what Jamaicans want. I don't know what they want. If they want a good economy or a bad, or if they even recognize what a good economy is. I don't know. Right? I'm not surprised because of that. Right? I'm not surprised because of that. And because of the fact that it's hard to get a third term in Jamaica. It's not easy. The Prime Minister is doing a great job. A great job. Right? But the rubber hits the road. The tire hits the road. Right? And some of the ministers are not performing. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of the ministers are not performing. Right? Having said that, the JLP is doing a great job. Right? A great job. And we see where a lot of people in Jamaica don't want to work. And the media is so dishonest in Jamaica. I call it the fake media. It's here in America. I call them the fake media. The Gleaner, the Star, the Observer, CVM, TVJ, the whole radio, all the radio channels in Jamaica, they're all PNP. They're all PNP. Civil society, groups, JFJ, they're all PNP. Right? And this is what the JLP has to go up against. It's in America too. It's in America too. This is what they have to go up against. That is why, thank God we have social media. Thank God we have social media. If we were to depend on the fake media in Jamaica, the JLP would never win an election again. Again. Because they're dishonest. They're fake. They're propagandists for the PNP. All of them. TVJ, CVM, Cleanup, Observer, Star, RJR, the whole shebang. Civil society, unions, all of them. Bunch of no-goods. Yeah. Bunch of no-goods. They're all in line with the PNP. Not for the interest of the people, but for the interest of ideology. Not common sense, ideology. It's here in America too. Same thing. Same thing, bro. Same thing. Now, my final point, before I close. Showa JLP. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa. Third term loading. Now, my final point is this. It bothers my mind. I cannot understand why. Can somebody tell me why? Why? The PNP, led by Whitey, British Margolin, and this House Negro, Dr. Dane Campbell, because he's a House Negro, Dr. Dane Campbell. Could you tell me why those two and the entire PNP machinery, right? Why are they against Portmore becoming a parish? I don't know why. Can somebody explain to me why? What is so bad and wrong of Portmore becoming a parish? Why? And I heard they're willing to hit the streets to protest that. And yeah, what is so wrong and bad? They can be more good from their Portmore becoming a parish than bad. For the love of Jesus Christ Almighty, I cannot figure this one out. Like, I really can't figure this one out. I just can't. I wrap my brain, I'm like, what could be the reason for these people to be against Portmore becoming a parish? At least Portmore would have its own resort. Portmore would have more revenue as a parish, right? More recognized. They get more resources, right? I mean, when Montego Bay became a city in 1981, when Edward Seaga turned it into a city, championed it, and the parliament, voted on it, but it was Seaga's decision. Montego Bay is not the same then as it is now. Hello, somebody. Hello. It's a total, 360-degree turnaround, different. You think Montego Bay is the same as it was in 1981 when it just became a city? I mean, Montego Bay is a part of St. James, but I'm just using that as an illustration, right? That it became a city and it transformed. Portmore now will become a parish, and I'm sure it will get better, not worse. There is no way on God's earth Portmore becoming a parish will get worse and not better. Nobody can tell me that. It will get better over time and not worse. But don't tell that to the PNP. Don't tell that to the party of destruction. Don't tell that to them. They don't want to hear it. Mark Goling, the British whitey Mark Goling's mission is to prevent Jamaica from progressing. That's his main mission. Only God can tell me that's not his main mission. That's his main mission, to prevent it from progressing. And the sad thing is, he had a bunch of house Negroes that he has convinced that he wants to do good. That's the sad part, you know. Always the house Negroes, right? The Dr. Dayton Campbell, who I can't stand to see, the Angela Brownberg, God. They have embarrassed us as a people, right? They have embarrassed us, right? And Dr. Dayton Campbell, every day I see him in the news, oh, Portmore this, Portmore that, we're going to demonstrate, we're going to protest. You can't make it up. Not even if you try. But thank God, the people are seeing through the British man, Mark Goling. Thank God they're seeing through him. Yeah. They are. Right? They're seeing that he's a fake, he's a fraud, and he's not one of us. Onward, JLP, for a third term. Showa Labourites. Showa. The victory is at hand. The victory is at hand. Let's return our beloved Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Showa. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa Labourites. Showa, 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 Showa Labourites. Follow me on YouTube. That's where the action is. On YouTube, it's cracking, baby. It's cracking. Argument done. YouTube. Argument done is on YouTube. Please follow and subscribe. I'm going to put this right now on YouTube. All right? Follow and subscribe. We got to build a mission. Our job there is to see the JLP return as Prime Minister of Jamaica and continue building a great nation. Showa. I gotta go.